Okay, let's talk dragons. So, why connect with dragons? How can dragons help you? That is one of the things that I am asked all of the time. And to be honest, I did struggle to answer it in the very beginning. I couldn't decide how do dragons change things for me? What is it that they do? And it wasn't until really I began working with their energy and perhaps listening more to the instructions of the dragons did things become clearer. I had more clarity and understanding of what they meant by their messages. And then I could really understand how the dragons can help us. So, if you are seeing dragons, and this could be that you're seeing dragons in signs and synchronicities. So you may see them in the clouds, you may be seeing them in your dreams, you may be seeing them in nature, in the trees. I know one of my first dragons that I saw was in the trees, and I had snapped a picture of it, but I didn't even notice that I'd snapped this picture of it until about 2 years later, which was crazy because it's very clearly a dragon. You may be seeing dragons in just pictures, or you're just drawn to them and you don't know why. And the fact that you are drawn to them, you may be asking, well, what do I do about it? What do they mean? I don't understand what the reason is for seeing the dragon. Or you may have sort of got a little bit into the symbolism, understanding what the archetype of the dragon means, or you may know a little bit about awakening your own inner dragon. Then you may be asking, well, how do I connect with the dragon? How do I receive my own messages? And, I'm just not sure how to do that. And you may even want to receive intuitive messages with much more clarity that, are your own messages that you can work with. Now, if that's you, then you're probably wanting to know, well, why would I want to connect with the dragons? How are they going to help me? And this is where I would say the 3 things that they really help with. Number 1 is they clear dense energies, which allows room for you to then be a clearer, open channel to receive intuitive information. Number 2 is that dragons help you align to your purpose. And they do this through the heart, because dragons are very much a heart-centered energy. And anything that you do relating to your purpose is really from your heart. So it's about following your passions and creating your life aligned to your purpose and your passions. Now, the 3rd thing that dragons help you with is actually manifestation. They are about you having a clearer vision on what it is that you want to do, because you're much more in tune with your intuition. It means that you can make decisions and lead with that intuitive information that is aligned to your heart. And when you've cleared out those dense energies, you are coming much more back to center, being more balanced and being more in your power. So this means that you'll be able to receive that information so much easier, and you will be able to take action, because there won't be any of those lower density fears or worries that hold you back and stop you stepping forward. Now, there are a couple of obstacles that may be getting in your way and stopping you from connecting with the dragons or hearing these messages with clarity. And the first obstacle is probably because you do not believe or trust what you're seeing. And secondly, you probably don't have anyone to share this information with because you feel a little bit silly, a little bit crazy, maybe a bit fearful about what you're connecting to, and about what others might think of you if you say that I talk to dragons. So this in itself can leave you isolated. And then when you're in isolation, you do question so much more about the information that you're receiving. And so that cycle of trust is continuing. So firstly, to help you over this obstacle, it's finding your tribe, finding people who do connect with dragons, people who you can share your experiences with, because you instantly get this confirmation. Because what you will find is that people who are seeing dragons or do work with dragon energy, quite often they are seeing the same things. And that in itself gives you confirmation. I know myself, I've been on a satin circle, and one of the ladies there, she had a connection with a dragon. She'd been seeing this golden dragon every time she sat in circle, and I had no knowledge of that. But whilst I was in circle, I was connecting in with her energy at the same time because we're all holding space for one another. And I could see this golden dragon just circling around her head and wrapping itself around her. Now, I wasn't the only one to see this energy and sense the energy, because someone else could also see this golden energy going around her. So it was great confirmation for her, because she knew that what she was seeing prior to this circle event that she'd done was actually true. And it was great confirmation for us too, because we had seen the golden dragon and we know that we're not seeing things. So I'd say your first thing is to find a tribe, to find your people who are also seeing dragons, working with dragons, and people who are experienced and have been working with dragons for a while that can really help you sort of understand your experiences that you're having. Now, the thing is with dragons, everyone's experience, everyone's dragon that they have is unique to you, because your journey is unique and it's as unique as you are. So although there will be some similarities and overlap between the dragons that you're seeing, the information that you're receiving, you do have to at some point trust your own intuitive information and where the dragon is leading you, particularly when it is your inner dragon that is awakening, because your inner dragon is connecting with your higher self, or it is your higher self, so it is therefore guiding you, and that guidance is unique to you. So let's talk a little bit about how dragons clear dense energies. So the way that they do it, at this point, you're usually working with healing dragons who are usually elementals, so that's fire dragons, water dragons, earth dragons, and air dragons. And you can use the different dragons to transmute those negative energies. So for example, if we want to transmute something very, very quickly and we just want to clear the energy, then we can call in those fire dragons to come in and clear for you, because fire transmutes very quickly. But if we want to just work a little bit slower, work through some issues and problems that we've got and clear the energy just a little bit slower, because we don't want to feel like the rug is being ripped from beneath us almost that tower moment where, everything happens so quickly that we can't keep up with it all. So if you want it to happen in a slower way, then you might call in the earth dragons to help you transmute, because when we bury things in the earth, it takes a long time